Öffne die Augen. Öffne die Augen. Dies ist der Schikastein. Er wird dir nach deinem langen Schlummer den richtigen Weg weisen. Halte den Schikastein über das Podest. Dann wird der Weg sich dir öffnen.
Hello, testing. All right, fantastic. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild All Dungeons tournament. My name is Specs and Stats. I'm going to be commentating today's race. Today we have PuppetMaster9 and lepelog in the losers semifinals. This is going to be a really, really good race. I'm really looking forward to this. Both runners use the flying machine in this run, so it's going to be very interesting to see how each runner executes this very difficult strategy, a very difficult technique to save themselves valuable time in the race. I know that lepelog has been doing quite a bit of practice in the All Dungeons category, and Puppet Master actually ended up getting a personal best time just a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. He's currently in 8th place with a time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 58 seconds. lepelog has a time of 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 48 seconds. So it'll be really interesting to see who ends up on top here. And we should expect to see the new plateau route from each of these runners. It saves them between 10 and 15 seconds. So the order of the shrines that we should be seeing is the Magnesis Shrine, followed by Cryonis, Stasis, and then the Bomb Trial.
Link! Begib dich zu dem Ort, den der Schikastein dir weist.
If I remember correctly, lepelog, he plays Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, whereas PuppetMaster9 plays on the Switch. So there's very, very small time saves and as far as loading zones are concerned playing on the Wii U. So it'll be interesting to see Puppet Master attempt to close that gap. Yes, both runners do use flying machines, so it's going to be really fun to see how each of them executes this very, very difficult strat. Like I said, it's something that I can't even do myself, although that's not really saying much. Yeah, we see how close each runner is right off at the start. We should expect to see this all throughout the run. I expect this to be a very, very close match from start to finish. How much is RNG a factor in Breath of the Wild SH33MP? Quite a bit. One of the biggest RNG factors, I would say, in the run has to do with the Calamity Ganon fight. Ooh, Puppet Master threw his... Oh, he threw his axe away and ended up not getting the fall damage cancel. He took a death there. I'm not quite sure what happened. He probably just didn't cancel. Lepelog got it just fine. Oh, that's going to lose him some time. Not a good way to start off the run. But yeah, just like El Tweak said, horses are also a factor. However, since both run... Oh, he threw it again! Oh, he missed it a second time. Normally, in a speedrun, this is where you would reset. However, this is a race, so Puppet Master is going to have to shake it off and keep going. Oh, wow, I did not expect this right off the bat. There we go. Okay, he was able to get it the third try, but ouch, those 2 deaths are going to cost him some precious time. If I'm not mistaken, each death loading zone plus the screen costs approximately 22 seconds. So that's about 44 seconds that he's lost, plus the time that it takes for him to fall. Yep, so Lepelog grabs the ruby at 8:09. Let's see exactly how much Puppet Master loses here. He's probably going to be getting there at around 9:05, 9:10. Interesting strat to shield surf down into the water. I've never seen that before. $8.58, so yeah, he lost about 40 seconds there, about 40, 50 seconds from that. Ooh, that was very clutch for Lepelog. The way that he moved that Magnesis plate almost didn't let him in. I've had many moments where I moved that Magnesis plate and it didn't actually go. It's either that or you fall in the water. Ooh, PuppetMaster almost didn't make that jump either. Cutting it close. And that's one of the things that he's going to have to worry about all throughout the run is having a start like that really tilts you for the rest of the run and sets a really bad tone for the entire race. So hopefully he won't let this affect him. Honestly, I think he's good enough runner. He can just shrug it off and keep going. Well, and at the end of the day, we do also have to remember that Puppet Master does have a significantly better time overall, a significantly better personal best time than lepelog does. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, their time difference is about 9 minutes. Puppet Master has a personal best of about 2 hours and 14 minutes, whereas lepelog sits at 2 hours and 23 minutes. So Puppet Master does have a better time in his personal best, so we'll see if he's able to bring this back. Honestly, I have no doubt that this is going to be a very, very close match from start to finish, like I said before. Now, as to who is going to win, I have no idea. One bad launch can change the entire course of this race. It's all it takes. And especially in all dungeons, there are ample opportunity for bad launches. My personal favorite is the launch to the horses, which is where most of the RNG from this run comes from. Like we were talking about later, you really want to get that 4-speed horse first try. However, that does not always happen. Will PuppetMaster9 be taken down again? I was actually talking to him a few weeks after that race had taken place, where he got struck by lightning while he was doing the flying machine. I wonder if he accidentally grabbed that piece of metal, or if he did it on purpose. He might have been just button mashing. He accidentally grabbed that guardian piece. But I was talking to him earlier, and he said that he had figured out why that happened, and he found a way to avoid it completely, just because it kind of spooked him when that first happened. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how each one of them execute their flying machines. And again, that's another thing that can happen as far as RNG goes in this run, is you can get, rain or thunder in a place that you really don't want to get it. Although this run doesn't require an extreme amount of climbing, especially if you are doing the flying machine route, it can still mess up your run. lepelog approaching the shield jump, and nope, he was too far to the left, so he's gonna just walk off. Now, that's not an easy jump to get. Oh, he gets underneath, and okay, he fixes himself. He's good. Meanwhile, Puppet Master just entering the same shrine. You can already see the distance closing between them. Oh, Puppet Master was a little bit too close on that Cryonis jump. Or that Cryonis lift, I should say. Oh, there we go. He goes for the jump. Oh, he gets it just fine. Fantastic. So yeah, that's going to save him a little bit of time over lepelog, since he did get that Cryonis jump there. Oh, lepelog didn't quite get the jump on the shield hop on that ledge there. Doesn't save you, I don't even think it saves you quite even a second, but it does save you a little bit of time. Just these small consistencies in the run that add up to valuable seconds. AMQ Doodleplex is all main quest. That's when you complete the 4 Divine Beasts, get the Master Sword, get all the picture memories, etc. Alright, let's see, Puppet Master here now starts his journey to the stasis shrine. Yep, he gets that jump, no problem on the ledge. Lepelog makes it to the stasis shrine, no problem. PuppetMaster gets the fast strat on that descend there. Gonna save him some time as well. Oh yeah, he's closing the gap here between the two very quickly. This is good. This is a really good race. Both runners have their own styles, their own tricks that they can perform, their own time saves, so it'll be really, really fun to watch this. Yes, Harmjohn 387. There are 36 hours and 35 minutes till the next 100% run. I can imagine that whoever is going to be running that horrendous category is going to be sleeping at this time, refreshing themselves, not thinking about anything too stressful, not trying to involve themselves in any events, so that they have all the energy that they need in order to do that absolutely ghastly long run. Whoever thinks to take on such a terrifying category must be out of their mind. Right, PuppetMaster goes through the stasis shrine without any problems. Nope. Ooh, Lepelog doesn't get the shield jump or the shield launch that first try. He's going to have to reload. And just like that, guys, look at this. They are in the same exact place. It is that easy. They are right next to each other now. That is all it takes. There we go. He got it that time. All right, and here comes a tree launch here. So those of you who have the tree launch emote, please spam it now. All right, Lepelog gets the tree launch just fine. A little bit lacking in power, so he's going to have to walk the rest of the way. PuppetMaster doing his launch now. Nope, he misses it as well. Oh, he's going to be having to do a walk of shame here. But it's okay. He was able to make up the time before. He'll do so again. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Puppet Master. I saw you thinking about going for that launch again, and I thought, I wonder if his axe durability will be able to take it. But yeah, that's probably a smart bet on your part. Doodleplex. Thankfully, both ladies and men get a little bit of eye candy in this run. The first half of the run, Link will be doing it in absolutely naked, and then the other half he will actually be sporting some lady clothes. So everyone wins a little something. Oh, Puppet Master didn't get the jump, so he's gonna have to wait for the next cycle. That's gonna lose him a little bit of time, but he's all good. Ooh, he made it. Ran out of stamina, but he made it. Yeah, no, so almost half of the run is going to be done with Link completely naked. The other half, Link will be wearing the Gerudo lady clothes, and then I think for some of it, he'll also have the pants from Goron City, the fireproof pants. Because if I haven't said it once, ladies and gentlemen, I've said it 1,000 times, nothing completes The Legend of Zelda 2018 like a cross-dressing Link. Yeah, the only time we really change clothes, FM Arthur, is when we absolutely have to, because obviously opening up your menu, going to the clothing page, and then changing your clothes to something else is a time loss. All right, we've got a launch here, guys. The elevation launch. So again, spam them if you've got them. Ooh, that doesn't have the power. Yep, and Lepelog knows this. He's just going to run right past it. Yep, that tree launch did not have the power. He's going for a second one. That one has more than enough power. Oh, and he didn't grasp on. Ugh. Yeah, he didn't grab on. So a little bit of a time loss there for Lepelog. That might give Puppet Master the chance that he needs. Oh, and he goes for the bomb strat. He's hitting the tree now. It's got the distance it needs. Will he be able to grab on? And he does. Will he make it? Oh, he doesn't make it. Oh, and he gets hurt. And he loses his axe in the process. He's got to go get it. Okay, now he's going to go over to the ladder. But darn, is this not a close match, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh. Yeah, definitely a riskier run. Or a riskier route to take with the new plateau, but that's what makes this fun. Alright, Lepelog gets his paraglider at 24:47. Puppet Master gets his at 24:55. Guys, this is less than 10 seconds difference. Wow. Now it's time for the horses. This is going to be what separates the two runners, if anything. It's here at horses, and then, of course, flying machine. Alright, he gets the launch. Puppet Master going for some extra food. He took some fall damage there right next to the Temple of Time, so he needs to eat. Otherwise, he will die trying this launch. Very smart of him to remember that. Ooh, he might be a little too close to the shrine with that launch. Nope, he makes it just fine. Oh, he is able to grab a horse, but is that the 4-speed? Nope, it is not. But it looks like he's going to take it. He doesn't eat it from very far, so he's going with the 3-speed horse. Meanwhile, Puppet Master is going to grab a better horse. He doesn't like it. Yeah, I don't blame him at all. So he's going to jump up on that hill. He's going to save. He's going to reload. And he's going to try grabbing a different horse because he does not want to grab the super slow horse at all. He thinks if he can get a 3-speed horse here, it's going to save him the time that he needs to catch up. And if he does get a 4-speed horse, he might just, since Lepelog did get the 3-speed. Lepelog makes his way now to the Karachuki Shrine. He's going to be activating that and then heading straight for the Tabantha Stable. Okay, which one are you going to go for, Puppet? Goes for the black horse. And this is the 4-speed. Oh, he got it. He got the fast horse, and he is going to be heading towards Karachuki. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a run. This is going to be close. Oh, Lepelog hits his horse there on the tree. This is going to be very close. So yeah, those of you who aren't aware, the fact that the Lepelog's horse has 4 stamina spurs means that it is a 3-speed horse, which is slower. Since PuppetMaster9's horse has 3 stamina spurs, that means it's a 4-speed. So that means he's going to have the faster horse for the duration of this run, or at least for the duration of the beginning of this run, since that's the only time they really need it is in the beginning. It looks like, is he going to be foregoing the radish as well? Nope, he's grabbing the radish. Never mind. Couldn't quite make out the direction he was going in, but nope, he grabs it. His horse jumps right over that tree bend, which is more than I can say for Lepelog's horse. Meanwhile, Lepelog having a little bit of trouble with getting his horse down the hill. Oh, but he gets it. Cool. And then PuppetMaster9 now is making his way over to the Karachuki Shrine. Oh. Not looking good, not looking good. Oh. He tried doing the... Oh, no. What is going on? PuppetMaster9 ended up trying to do a horse stamina glitch, and then he ended up jumping off the horse, landing on the shield, breaking the shield, and he became super vulnerable to the guardians there. But he managed to escape despite a few setbacks. Looking for the horse. Where is it? There it is. Oh, he has to go after the horse. Looks like the horse got spooked, but it's in a perfect position. Gets back on the horse. That might have been a time save, believe it or not. Yeah, so, the Salamanca, if the horse, in that group of specific horses that they grab the horse from, if it has 4 stamina and is solid colored horse, it always is a 3 speed, which is a slower horse. If it has 3 stamina and is solid colored, then it always has 4 speed, which is the faster horse that speedrunners want. Yeah, no, that was a very, very clutch section right there for PuppetMaster9. If it were me, I would have died within the first laser easily. That was intense. And RNG was on his side and ended up hurting his horse right where he needed to be. So lepelog now is going to be heading over to the Tabantha stable, where he is going to be ripping off a poor gentleman. Right, Eltweek, and that's why I said in that specific herd of horses, it is the case. I didn't say in all herds, I just said in that specific group of horses where they grab a horse. Other herds of horses, it may be different. So we're going to go and we're going to rip off this poor gentleman here at Tabantha stable. He gives us 500 rupees to give to the Great Fairy. In this run, we're just going to take it and go. We feel like we can use the money for better things than giving it to the Great Fairy, so we're going to take the money, say that we're going to give it to the Great Fairy, but we're really not. Lepelog doing a little bit of cooking here. PuppetMaster chooses to talk to the gentleman first, and then he's going to grab the items. Lepelog already grabbed his items and already did a little bit of cooking, so he's going to be heading over to the launch now. Oop, looks like he's not taking a risk. Looks like he's going for the straight launch. Meanwhile, PuppetMaster is doing the more difficult sideways launch. Oh, both of them make it. And guess what? They are in the exact same place, guys. Look at this. We have a close match. Both of them were able to get that launch, no problem. Lepelog's going for the rocks, it looks like. PuppetMaster foregoing the rocks. And that puts him in the lead. Yeah, the launch that PuppetMaster did is a little bit more risky to perform, but it does give you a lot more height, so you don't have to climb as much. PuppetMaster setting up for his launch now to Rito. Gets the launch. Good angle, looks like it's a good height. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful launch. Lepelog setting his up right now. Ooh, that is not enough strength at all. Oh, and he doesn't get the launch. Oh, and he falls. He's gonna have to climb back up. Yeah, and Lepelog also had really bad RNG with that rare ore deposit. There we go. He got the launch second try, but it is daytime now, so it's not going to quite take him the angle he wants. Oh nope, looks like it is going to take him right across. Very good. Oh, PuppetMaster tried doing the launch up to Rito Village, but didn't get it first try. He's going to be lining up a second try here. Looking for a tree that he likes. Looks like he found one. Yes, night has better wind currents. At nighttime, the wind currents will blow you forward towards your destination, whereas the Whereas the daytime will blow you in a different one. Nintendo plays it off of the idea of east winds, south winds, north winds. In real life, the wind blows in a different direction depending on the day, the positions of the sun, etc. And so Nintendo incorporates this same idea in their actual game, so that depending on what time of day it is, the wind blows in a different direction. Smart Nintendo. Lepelog lines up his launch. Lepelog gets his first try. Not quite the height he wanted again. He's going to take it. They're both just going through the dialogues and the cutscenes now. But again, Puppet Master just slightly ahead, whereas in the beginning he had those 2 deaths that put him behind. It's like I said, guys, just one bad launch, one mistake can completely change the course of this race.
Link. Link. Dies ist einer der Titanen, die Ganon vor 100 Jahren in seine Gewalt gebracht hat. Du musst einen Weg finden, in sein Inneres einzudringen und ihn von Ganons Einfluss zu befreien. Link, ich vertraue auf dich.
Alright, so Puppet Master is just done with his cutscenes in the village, so he's going to be grabbing some heat resistance food that he needs, or some cold resistance food, sorry, that he needs, selling his ruby. Going to be lining up a launch here to go to the shooting range, or the flight range, sorry. What happened there? Okay, he threw his axe accidentally as he was positioning himself. You can use the axe to position yourself, however, you may sometimes accidentally throw it. That's why I use my Sheikah sensor instead, because I have accidentally thrown my axe away and, oh no, now I'm axeless. Yep, he gets the launch, no problem. This isn't that difficult of a launch, so it's good that he got it, because Lepelog definitely would have had the chance to catch up. Lepelog is now also going to be going to sell his gems and grabbing some cold resistance food. Yes, JKT Cops is correct. The reason why the German is faster is because the cutscene speed goes off of the speed of the actors, the voice actors talking, and the voice actors in German just happen to speak a little bit more quickly, or they happen to get through the dialogue a little bit more quickly, so it tends to be faster for this run. There are examples of it being different in other speedruns. For instance, I know that in 100% Japanese is actually faster, because with each Korok seed it only has 1 dialogue box as opposed to 2, so you save about a second per Korok. But again, it differs from language to language. In this particular run, and in the majority of speedruns for Breath of the Wild, it happens to be German and then French. And English never ever, no Doodleplex. We think that the American and English voice actors were getting paid by the hour, whereas the European ones were getting paid to just get the job done. And we see the results of that here in the game.
Oh, nicht schlecht. Weiter so. So geht's. Gut, einmal noch. Perfekt.
All right, Puppet Master's going through the shooting sequence now. Hopefully he doesn't have to waste any more arrows than he needs to. Those bomb arrows are precious in this run. There's 3, there's 4. Typically you use 8. If you don't miss a single shot, you use 8 arrows. 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Not a single arrow wasted. He must be feeling good about that. Doesn't have to make the extra trip for bomb arrows.
Du machst das! Pass auf! Gut so! Genau richtig! Ausweichen! Alles in Ordnung?
Right, Pyrotic Tiger, but again, the only reason that Japanese is faster in the 100% is because it has nothing to do with the voice acting. It has everything to do with the dialogue boxes, since they can fit more of a sentence in a dialogue box.
Perfekt.
Lepelog was able to finish. He did have to use 1 extra arrow than the norm, so he used up 9 arrows as opposed to the normal 8. So I don't think he's going to be hurting too much for arrows. He's probably not going to go get extras. Puppet Master just starting the Meadow sequence now. Fairly straightforward. Divine Beast, not a lot of room for errors. There are things here and there that you can do more efficiently and more quickly, but as far as actual mistakes go, I don't think any of the Divine Beasts really have too many. The Dark sequence in Verudanya can be a little bit of a pain. But it's nothing that the runners can't handle. Well, I mean, 15 minutes here and 15 minutes there does add up, Pyrotic Tiger, if you think about it. That's just one of the ways that you can save time in a category, is through your language. When you look at all the other factors that go into your time saves, they add up into not 15 minutes, but into hours. I think the current world record holder for 100%, the first time he did his run, it took him 44 hours. The second time he did it, with all those time saves, it ended up going down to 34 hours, 10 hours faster. All right. Lepelog didn't get that first arrow shot, but not a problem. Corrected it again. Doesn't really hurt him a lot as far as time goes. Tío Salamanca, yo lo hago. I do. Yes, so the way that the running glitch works, as you notice, these runners, they can just run endlessly without having to worry about stamina. The reason this is there's a glitch where if you press down on the running or on the whistle button, move in the direction you want to, and spam the run button, it puts Link into a constant start whistling, stop whistling, start whistling, stop whistling motion, which doesn't waste stamina. So he ends up being able to run at the same speed, or if not a slightly slower speed, he doesn't waste any stamina, and hence he recovers his stamina. The problem is if you're not constantly spamming the whistle button or if you're changing between different buttons, Link can sometimes whistle as a result of this. Alright, Puppet Master's starting the Wind Blight fight right now. Ooh, he didn't get the headshot on that last hit. Oh, and he's out of stamina. Losing a little bit of time here. Oh, took a death. Ouch. It's going to cost him a little bit of time. Nothing serious, but just a little bit of time. Yeah, that Wind Blight trolled him with that headshot. Ended up being super far away, and he wasn't able to get that third headshot to stun him. And it ended up teleporting, and then... that's a little bit more time. But again, he is ahead. Let's see how much ahead he is now. I'm guessing it's going to be right neck to neck. Oh, guys, look at this. Look at this. And he starts his Wind Blight fight. And now Lepelog starts his Wind Blight fight. Holy crap. He gets the 3 shots. He's able to stun him that time. No, he didn't stun. There we go. Why didn't he stun again? Alright, Lepelog was able to get the first time stun. 1, 2. Nope, didn't get it. Okay. 1, 2, 3 on Puppet Masters. Man, this is going to be a close ending. Let's see who ends up finishing on top here. It looks like Puppet Master is going to finish his fight right now. There he's done. But Lepelog's close behind him here. 1, 2, 3. Ice arrows. 1, 2, 3, and then bomb arrows. 1, 2, and he is done. Yeah, and it's like I said for Mint Wine at the very beginning. I said this, that even though Puppet Master had those 2 deaths at the beginning, anything would have been able to turn this around. And there we see it. Puppet Master was quite a bit in the lead at the beginning. Then he took that death, and it's right back to neck to neck. Okay, so Puppet Master gets Rivali's Gale at 49-15. Lepelog gets his at 49-42, so about 27 seconds difference here between the two. Less than half a minute. This is going to be very, very close. All right, Puppet Master's going for the shield jump trick now. Lepelog right behind him. Every single runner I've seen does this trick a little bit differently. It's the same launch in the same direction, but they angle the box differently every single time. Okay, it looks like he's going to be going for... Yeah, he's going to be going for it, just leaving it where it is. Yep, he got the launch. First try. Very nice. Ooh, Lepelog's going for the one in the ice. I wonder what... Huh. Gets the launch. And see, just as I was telling you guys, everyone does this launch differently, but it ends up going to the same place. I'm not sure the different logistics between using different boxes versus using different angles of each boxes. Lepelog is burning his first Revali's Gale there. And they're going to need 3 Revali's Gales entering the Vonaboris dungeon. So you'll see each runner burning 3 Gales very early on here before... Ooh, Puppet Master didn't get the launch. He's going to reload. He's not going to do the Walk of Shame. He's going to get another reload. And look at that. Lepelog was behind. Look where he's sitting now. Man, this is just going to go back and forth the entire time, isn't it? Will Lepelog get his first try? Got it. Height's a little bit sketchy, but it looks like it's going to take him all the way down. Careful not to touch the ground there. Very nice. He's going to ride that all the way through the canyon. And just like that, Lepelog is in the lead. For now. Lepelog grabs his sand seal. Yeah, Puppet Master's having a little bit of difficulty with this launch. There we go. He got the launch just fine. Nice height, too. That's going to give him no problems going through. Alright, Lepelog's approaching the shrine now where he'll be speaking to the creep, activating the shrine, and then heading down to the oasis. Or the bazaar, I believe it is, the Karakara Bazaar. Okay, Puppet Master lost a little bit of control of his sand seal there. Sometimes that sand seal will troll you and end up running away. Wara Bazaar, it's Karakara, isn't it? With a K? If I'm not mistaken. Oh, I see. You're using the Wara meme. Yeah, let's not start any pyramid Waras here. I'm not sure how successful you would be, Harmjon. Yep, and this bazaar holds a special place in all dungeon runners' hearts because this is where we get to see This is where we get to see Link cross-dress.
Yeah!
Alright, Lepelog going to be entering the city now, while PuppetMaster9 grabs his lady clothes. Right, and Lepelog's just going through Breath of the cutscenes now, as Puppet Master is going to be heading back to the shrine to enter Gerudo City. He's honestly no more than a minute or two behind with those launches. Okay, then Puppet Master is grabbing his Breath of the cutscenes now. Lepelog starts heading in the desert at 59:41. Let's see how far apart they are. Okay, and Puppet Master's grabbing his now. So yeah, there's about a minute and a half to 2 minutes difference between them. The Gerudo princess girl is cute compared to the rest of the Gerudo. Shame she is 13-year-old. Ah, I see, JKT Cops. I didn't actually go in. I was just reading bits and pieces and glancing at my phone blow up, since I get notifications from that channel. My phone tends to do that sometimes. Alright, Lepelog was luckily able to avoid those trolley archers. I've been killed many a time by them. You saw that and just ignored it. I probably should take a page out of El Tweak's strategy book. Yeah, Doodleplex. Nintendo has a tendency to do its best to keep us speedrunners pedophiles at least a little bit, and Breath of the Wild, that attempt has been conceptualized into Riju. Okay, now we're approaching probably the hardest boss in all of the game, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of run can die to this boss. It's probably one of the harder ones in the entire game, like I said. I remember there have been speedrunners who have actually died 4 or 5 times just from this one boss, and then they ended up having to quit the game. A lot of things can go wrong, and you'll see the runners just absolutely struggling from this boss. Both runners will be lucky to make it out alive. Ooh, Puppet Master didn't quite get that jump. Ooh, and he got caught. That's going to lose him quite a bit of time. Alright, Lepelog starting his fight right now. I don't know, El Tweak. It looks like the command worked for me. Looks like the command worked for me just fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Looks like the exclamation point tweak command works just fine. Alright. As Lepelog goes through this very, very difficult boss fight, Puppet Master is approaching his now. Oh, did he make it through? I don't think he made it through. Oh, he didn't make it. No. He's going to have to start it over again. Ouch. So this is going to be Puppet Master's second attempt at the Yika Clan hideout. All sarcasm aside, guys, the Yika Clan hideout is probably really between the Yika Clan hideout and the actual boss that waits for you at the end. I think the actual hideout itself is the hardest part. I don't know why they chose to make such an easy... Oh, he got seen. He's going to have to start it again. It's not going to let him through. Yep, he's having a really hard time with this hideout. Faster to fight than to restart. The problem with that FM Arthur is that he does not have the equipment needed to fight it. He doesn't have the durability, and even if he did, by the time he was done, he would not have the durability and weapons needed to complete the run. And that's the thing that you have to remember, is that these speedrunners get only what they need, and only what they absolutely need. Alright, Lepelog grabs his Thunder Helm. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much health you get. If you get hit even once by one of the Yika Clan members, you end up dying, and they start the thing all over again. And as to your question, Doodleplex, yes. The Yika Clan hideout boss at the end is kind of a joke. He's kind of a meme boss. However, the facts given were true. I have seen speedrunners, professionals, die and lose their run at the Yika Clan. Well, not speedrunners, speedrunner. Die at the Yika Clan Master Koga 5 times in a row. 5 times in a row. Alright, Puppet Master was able to get through that time, thank goodness, so he's going to be taking on Master Koga now. Meanwhile, Lepelog is going through Breath of the cutscenes again.
Rivali's storm is back.
Oh, Puppet Master shot him a little early. He didn't wait for the ball to hover on top. There we go. Losing a little bit of time there on the fight. Oh, he's way too far away. Yeah, falling in the pit only voids you out, and you lose about 1 heart. So, in order for you to die from falling in the pit, you would have to do so 3 times. And if you're going to jump in 3 times to die, and you die 5 times, that means you would have to jump into the pit 15 times. Alright, Lepelog is now going to start his Enter Naboris section here while Puppet Master finishes Master Koga. So there's a much more significant time in between them. Take a moment here, we'll see how much exactly. Just one moment.
Links, hier lang!
Okay, again, you want to make sure that you use as few bomb arrows as possible. Lepelog and PuppetMaster9 are going to be doing this by equipping the duplex bow, which shoots 2 arrows in a row. That way they'll only have to use 1 bomb arrow per leg, 4 total. Again, they want to conserve on arrows as much as possible.
Nutzen wir die Chance.
1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Beautifully done by Lepelog.
Oh,
Alright, Lepelog's going to be beginning his Vonneboris segment. He's got all the Rivali's Gales that he needs. They're all charged up for him to be able to do the new Vonneboris route. So let's see how exactly he plans on taking on the Divine Beast. And it looks like he's going for the new route. Doodleplex, the old route consisted of us going for the control terminal first. You do need to grab the control terminal eventually at this point, since this Divine Beast requires you to... requires you to use the control terminal, which is different from Vimetto. However, with this new route, they found that it's 10 seconds faster to go for the control terminal at the end using this new route. Well, I had a little bit of trouble disembarking. Oh, it looks like he's not going to make it all the way up. Okay, looks like he's going to manage. He's good. He found a little spot that he could dock on. Nope, he has to reload. Not high enough. Ouch, that's going to cost him. Going to cost him a little bit. Okay, it looks like lepelog is starting his segment here. He's going for the old Vonaboris route, so you'll see here Doodleplex, he, instead of doing that Cryonis jump, oh, he all the way back? Wait, what? No! PuppetMaster reloaded and he ended up reloading all the way back to before he did the... No, wait. I'm so confused right now. I was looking at the wrong one. Never mind. So lepelog is going to be redoing the Vonaboris, only he's going to be doing the old route. So you'll see he's getting the control terminal first this time. He's probably just thinking he's more comfortable with it. Yeah, he's more comfortable doing the old route, so he's going to be grabbing the control terminal first rather than at the end. So you see how the routes differ.
Kontroll.
Okay, and PuppetMaster is entering Vonaboris right now, so there's about a 5-minute difference between the two. Is what we're seeing right now. Oh, what's going on over here? I'm not sure what's going on lepelog's side. Maybe he made a mistake. He's doing this in a very different order. Oh, he made it up. I didn't think he was going to make that jump for a moment. He's thinking about what to do. Yeah, so he reloaded, and it reloaded him at the beginning of the dungeon, but it loaded him as already having completed those terminals that he did, so he's a little bit lost as to how to approach this now. It's going to be interesting to see who ends up finishing this dungeon first. This might be the opportunity that PuppetMaster needs to get back ahead. The new route. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Alright, looks like lepelog's back in the swing of things. Okay, yeah, back on track now. He had to make a few minor adjustments to his routing so he could get back on track because of the mishap that he had, and he's back on track now, though.
Nur
At this
noch
point, I'm not even sure who's ahead. It's difficult to say because Lepelog has one extra terminal already done, the final terminal. Or I should say the second to final terminal. It'll be interesting to see who actually pulls
teilgemacht.
to the end here.
Sei weit.
I think Puppet Master's ahead? Question mark? They're both going for the control terminal now. No, Lepelog's already got the last ones, so yeah, he's ahead. He's going to be starting the Thunderblight fight here now. Meanwhile, PuppetMaster9 still has to grab the last terminal.
Verlieren aus den Augen. Gute Arbeit, Link.
There's the headshots. He got it. Whew. He did one extra bomb shot, but that's okay. A little bit of a weird position for the Thunderblight to be in, but... Ooh, not good. Not good. Uh-oh. Nice, okay, he was able to save it. I was a little bit worried there. When he wasn't able to get that extra shot, but he made it okay. He was able to get the parry, and then he finishes him off with one more bomb arrow. Oh, Puppet Master got hit by the electricity. Okay, saved it. I don't even know what's going on right now. What? What were those shots? Two quick shots and it completely annihilated the Thunderblight. Wow. That was insane. He must have gotten a headshot on all three of the arrows. I've never seen them do that much damage before. Whoa, and that's Thunderblight right there. So yeah, Lepelog's slightly different routing for Bonoboris gave Puppet Master just enough leeway to catch up slightly. Yeah, he had like 1/3 of a health bar after those two shots. Alright, now Lepelog's heading over to Hyrule Castle now. He's going to set up his flying machine. Puppet Master just trying to get through these loading zones so that he can take advantage of that extra time he got. All right, Puppet Master's now running towards Hyrule Castle now to do his flying machine. Alright, Lepelog setting up his flying machine here, being very careful not to break that box, because he needs it. Might be a little bit far. Okay, he's good. Sometimes that Cryonis block is a little bit far. Oh, hardest part of flying machine, getting on the machine. There we go. Switches his motion controls, probably a very good idea. And we have liftoff. Looking good so far, getting good turning. He's facing the right direction. Oh, a little shaky. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Reload. Try again. Ouch. First try didn't go so well for Lepelog. Meanwhile, PuppetMaster9 is setting up his flying machine now. Again, careful not to break that box. Alright. Oh! Broke one box. Second one doesn't want to set it on fire. They're both... Alright, we have liftoff on PuppetMaster9's side. Coming up nice and slow. Alright. Good height. Good angle. He's going to start moving forward. Whoa, no. Oh, he misses his up. That's going to be a reload on his side as well. Alright, Lepelog got his first one set up as well. Second try, we have liftoff. Angle's looking a little steep on Lepelog's part, but he corrects it. Looking good. He's almost to the point of no return. Alright, there he is. He's done. Even if he messes up now, he's fine. So he's going to be dismantling his flying machine here. He's going to carry the mine cart around the corner. He's going to be grabbing his second mine cart to make the final form of the flying machine. Meanwhile, Puppet Master is getting his second try loaded up here. We have liftoff. Oh, it goes... Ooh. What is happening? Nope. That's not going to work. Oh, and the box broke. He's going to have to reload. Alright, and Lepelog has the final form, and up he goes. Alright, he's going to need a little bit more height from the looks of it, so he will need to stop and raise himself just a tad. Meanwhile, Puppet Master is setting up for his third try here at the box machine. Wow, that box got some height to it. I've never seen it fly up that much with the Cryonis block. Alright, we have liftoff. It's looking good so far. Yep, Puppet Master or lepelog needs a little bit more height. Right. Up he goes. Okay, he just clears that ridge, so it's going to be a straight shot to Goron City. This is where he's going to start taking fire damage. Puppet Master makes it past the point of no return, so he's going to be able to get through no problem. He's going to be taking his box or his minecart around the corner. Grabbing his second minecart and creating the final form of his flying machine. Meanwhile, lepelog just entering Goron City. Master's getting trolled by this guardian here. There we go, he got up. And we have liftoff. Whoa. What just happened there? Alright, Puppet Master's making his way now to Goron City. And this is where we start to see the run level out a bit, in the sense that there aren't too many risky strats to perform, with the exception of the escort mission. Not too much that can go wrong. FM Arthur, the reason why they box machine to the second minecart is because it's extremely difficult and more time consuming to do the flying machine all the way to Goron City with the minecart. And the box, I also, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Again, I don't do this strategy myself, so I don't know too much about it. But I believe that at a certain point in Goron City, the box actually starts catching fire just like Link, and then ends up breaking. So they can't take the box all the way to Goron City because of how hot it is. Which is why they end up switching it for the two minecarts. That, and again, it's easier to control and it's faster. Lepelog just saved our favorite character, which means he's going to be cashing in his fireproof elixirs, and then he's going to be making his way to his second box machine, or his second flying machine, sorry. This one will not have boxes. This one will just be straight up 2 minecarts. Looks like Lepelog chose not to go with the box launch and the pot launch. Let's see if PuppetMaster9 chooses to use those launches. I'm not sure how much time they save. However, I do know that they end up posing some kind of risk. Oh, PuppetMaster going with the cooking strat. Ah, so he did grab that piece of Guardian on purpose so that he could create that elixir. That answers a question that I asked about an hour and a half ago. Awesome. Now I know. I've never actually seen that before. That's cool. Rather than buying the elixir, I wonder if that's why he wasn't required to grab the minerals, the ores. That seems a lot more consistent than preying on ore RNG. Where is he going now? Oh, look at that. There's a minecart. Looks like we're going to see a flying machine here. PuppetMaster's taking the new route. So it's going to save him a little bit of time. Alright, Lepelog's setting up his flying machine now, and yeah, correct. We saw PuppetMaster9 do the new flying machine strat. So that's going to save him a little bit of time there. Rather than gliding and running to Yunobo, he actually does a flying machine there. Ooh! Looks like PuppetMaster's flying machine failed. So he's going to have to reload and create another one. How is he going to do this? He's going to have to run back. There goes that time save. And that's the risk of doing the new strats. Oh man, he just grazed that lava, but it was just enough for the game to void him out. One shot from these arrows, and he's going to be dead. Trying very hard not to get hit here. Okay, looks like he's in the clear now. Okay, and lepelog is now going to be reaching Zora's domain, which means he'll be watching his Breath of the cutscenes. Alright, because of Flying Machine, it looks like none of the Zoras are loaded, so he will have to wait a little bit for them to be loaded. There they are. Yeah, if you do the Flying Machine to Zora's domain before you complete the Varudanya, it puts you in a really good spot to set up the Flying Machine to Zora's domain. You can technically complete Varudanya and then set up the Flying Machine for Zora's domain, but it takes a little bit longer. Right, and lepelog, Gale routing, but I'm sure that Gales could be routed differently were you to do the entire route in the way that we otherwise explained. That's true. What Eltweek said is that Mipha's Grace also comes very much in handy, so you don't have to worry about fire damage while you're facing the Fire Blight, because Mipha's Grace will just save you from the fire damage, give you some extra hearts, and therefore some extra time. You don't really need Daruk's protection when it comes to facing the Water Blight, so the inverse is actually very helpful. A lot of things that I didn't even know, that I didn't even think about until now. You learn something new. Yes, Kim. The shrine there is for them to teleport back to after they're done with the Water Blight fight. And it puts them right next to where they start the sequence for Varudanya. It's literally just up the hill. Doodle plugs. Both runners are actually in the chat. Both PuppetMaster9 and lepelog have been commenting the entire time they've been doing the run. A real speedrunner can type and speedrun at the same time. Alright, and lepelog just finished with his Zora cutscene, so he's going to be making his way to the Enter Veruda segment. There is a tree launch that is involved here, ladies and gentlemen, so if you do have the tree rocket launch emote, you can go ahead and spam that now. We're all about spamming appropriate emotes. Nice, he got the launch just fine. PuppetMaster9 is just starting his Breath of the Cutscenes run now. Lepelog's doing his Enter Veruda segment here. I love the music in this segment, it's so great. This whole segment in general, I love this whole sequence of deflecting and disabling the ice blocks and then going up the waterfall to shoot at Veruda. It's just so elaborate, so well done.
Nutzt die Chance. Auf geht's. Und los! Sehr gut, Lady. Du bist der Beste. Aber die Sturm ist bereit. Blödes Eis.
It's a quick sequence here. Goes right back up that waterfall. Grabs the first one, grabs the second one. Fantastic. Flawless water segment. Very nicely done. PuppetMaster still in the middle of his Breath of the Cutscenes. Looks like PuppetMaster is going to be using his flying machine to get up, so he won't be doing the tree launch. How much time total is spent in cutscenes on an average run? Too much. Too much time is the correct answer.
Dann sollte... Die Karte...
Hitaka, believe me, I do imagine it. Of course, afterwards I always wake up in cold sweats and thank the Lord that it was just a bad dream. Although I've always considered doing one of my 100% runs where I don't skip the cutscenes.
Oh, sieh sie dir Router zu viel Glück.
Ja! Ja! Ja!
Noch 3 Kon... Es sind noch...
Alright, so got about a 6 or 7 minute time difference between the two runners right now. Lepelog grabbing his second to last terminal as Puppet Master enters Varuda.
Du hast alle der Große, aber bleib wach.
Oh, Lepelog not quite getting that jump, but it's not that terrible of a time loss. Down some attack food. Dispose of this fight quickly.
Achte auf seine Lanze. Damit hat eine...
And Lep got the fast cycles too, which is not something you see all the time. In fact, I don't think I've ever gotten the fast cycles. But again, that's not saying much. Whoa. Puppet Master having a little bit of trouble with rotations.
Pass gut auf.
There you go. And there's the Water Blight fight. Very nice fight from Lepelog. Very well done. That makes 3 out of the 4 Divine Beasts. All that's left now is the Fire Blight Ganon. Of course, in order for him to get to that, he will first have to take on every speedrunner's favorite segment of the entire run, which is the escort mission with, again, our favorite character, Junobo. Because if there's one thing that video game companies know that we gamers love, it's escort missions. And so that shrine that the runners activated before heading over to the Zora's domain, he's going to be teleporting there now. And as you can see now, it's conveniently located right next to where they need to be to start the Enter Rudania segment. Oh, having a little bit of trouble climbing those rocks. He's going to stop and recollect. There we go. Not sure what lepelog is doing here exactly. He was starting his Urbosa's Furies, and then he canceled them by switching shields. Right, Puppet Master just finished the first cycle. Of Water Blight here. He'll be doing the second cycle. Yeah, I've never seen that one either before. I wonder if he was doing it purposefully or if it was a mistake. All right, Puppet Master finishing off his Water Blight, his Water Blight here. With lepelog just starting his escort mission. Puppet Master foregoing that heart container. I wonder if he's feeling behind and pressed for time here. Oh, I see. You can skip a little bit of animation. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Alright, lepelog is starting his escort mission here now. Let's pray that everything goes smoothly for both runners. Oh, just missed that hit. That was very, very close. Kirito, if the spotlight catches you, then it will trigger Varudanya to start shooting some rocks and like the fire rocks from the sky, which is not good. It'll also cause Yunobo to run backwards and stop progressing through the Enter Rudania, which costs time.
sich.
So far, so good on Lepelog's side. Hasn't had any hiccups with Yunobo just yet. Meanwhile, PuppetMaster9 is just going to start his escort segment here. Oh, looks like PuppetMaster9 didn't get that launch either with the boulder, so he's going to have to run up as well.
Revalis Sturm ist bereit.
Okay, and Lepelog is just reaching the final set of turrets, or sentinels, or whatever it is they are called. Guardian lookout things. And then he'll be home free. One. Sentries, thank you. I figured they started with an S, and my mind went to Sentinel, but it's clear I was very well off. PuppetMaster9 having a little bit of trouble. There he goes. Lepelog manages to use the boulder to kill those moblins because they control you sometimes. And there he is. He's done it. All in all, very, very smooth into Rudania for a Lepelog. PuppetMasters is going pretty well as well. A little bit of a hiccup and a little bit of problems, but all in all, his is very solid so far. Yeah, I think the sentries annoyed all of us when we first played. I know I took a couple of deaths trying to outrun the fire boulders when Yunobo got caught. Little did I know they spawn based off of your trajectory, so... Okay.
Lange nicht gesehen. Oh, du bist sicher.
Looks like Puppet Master is going to use this block to kill the sentries. Very smart move. I never even thought about doing that. Life finds a way. I think you will find that the whole of the Breath of the Wild speedrunning community agrees with you. You grab it? Oh, no, we didn't get it. Alright, so Lepelog's doing his inside Rudania section right now in the dark part. It's very impressive how runners can navigate through here in the dark. This took me a very long time to learn, and I still mess up this section at times. Lepelog getting trolled just a little bit by that Guardian, but he makes it through no problem.
Gut, sieh mal. Ihn zu... Ich verlasse...
Alright, Lepelog's now got the easy section of the Varudanya. Hard part's over, it's pretty much smooth sailing from here. Puppet Master makes it through his escort mission just fine as well. So they're pretty close to each other now. It's actually a pretty close run. No, having a hard time getting those shots. There we go. Alright, Lepelog's got one terminal left. Puppet Master just grabbing the control terminal now.
Ja! Sauber. Siehst du auf der... Aber bleib...
Lepelog's just doing his Fire Blight now. Alright, and Puppet Master finishes the darkness area without a problem.
Pass auf seine Feuerbälle auf! Die sind brandgefährlich.
Beschütze dich.
Alright, Lepelog going for his kill here. Very nice. Very solid. And that does it for the Blights. All that's left between Lepelog and the end is Ganon. Meanwhile, Puppet Master is on his way to grabbing his final terminal.
Link. Link. Ich danke dir. Du hast alle Titanen zurückerobert und die Seelen der Recken erlöst. Sie werden bereit sein, wenn du in Schloss Hyrule gegen Ganon kämpfst. Und ich warte auch auf dich.
Okay, Puppet Master is starting his Fire Blight fight here now. Alright, got the first cycle. Nice and easy. Lepelog is just teleporting to Ganon's castle now, or to Hyrule Castle, I should say. And that does it for the Fire Blight. Both of them will now be heading on their way to Ganon's castle. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, the end. Will Lepelog be able to keep this lead and win the run, or will Puppet Master be able to pull through in a clutch ending?
Urbosas Zorn ist bereit, entfesselt zu werden.
Uh-oh, ran out of stamina. That's gonna be... Oh, Panic Blood Moon. Very unlucky time loss there for Lepelog. Very unlucky time loss there for Lepelog. Panic Blood Moon. For those of you who don't know, that blood moon was spawned simply because the game needed to load the map and it was behind on the loading. And since the runners were going so quickly, it had to spawn that blood moon to give the game ample opportunity to load the game. Doesn't always happen. It's been happening more and more often since DLC content and patches have been put in, but still, we're seeing a lot more of it. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw on Puppet Master's side as well. Alright, let's start spamming some bomb arrows. Alright, there's phase 1 all taken care of. Now here comes the part that can cause problems. Oh, and there goes Ganon with the spamming. Ooh, he got it. Ooh, he got it again. Nope, didn't get it that time. Nope. Didn't get the stun lock the third time. Oh, but he was able to do the flurry rush. Will that be enough? Oh, he didn't have his attack potions. Why he wasn't able to get that first segment. If he had the attack potion, he would have already finished. Nope, missed it. There we go. Alright, that's a finished Ganon now, just for the final Ganon, which is the Beast Ganon. Alright, meanwhile, PuppetMaster9 finishes his first form, or his first segment, I should see. Yes, the cutscene boss, exactly.
Ganons Hass umgibt ihn wie ein Panzer. In diesem Zustand dringt kein Angriff zu ihm durch. Ich werde diesen Hass zurückdrängen. Meine Kraft ist sehr gering. Du musst die leuchtenden Stellen treffen. Link, ich wünsche dir Glück. Link, greif die leuchtenden Stellen an. Ganon wird immer schwächer. Jetzt oder nie. Er windet sich vor Schmerzen.
Alright, we're heading to the end. A couple more shots and lepelog will be done. Going to be a very close match. Assuming no grave mistakes are made, this should be good for lepelog win.
Nur noch ein bisschen. Dann haben wir ihn.
And he's going for the dead horse.
Ja!
There's a PB.
Das ist gar Link. Streck ihn.
And lepelog finishes with an official time of 2:23.26. GG to lepelog. PuppetMaster is just finishing up his run at the same time. All right, and PuppetMaster finishes his with an official time of 2:24.20. Just under a minute difference there. That was a very, very close match. It looks like we've got PuppetMaster in here right now. GG, PuppetMaster.
Yeah, I had a lot of unfortunate mishaps that run.
Well, there were a lot of unfortunate mishaps on both sides, and as I predicted early in the run, it was back and forth between the two of you quite frequently. I mean, for you to be able to have those two deaths right off of the plateau tower, and then by the time you guys got the 4-speed horse, you had already turned it around, very impressive.
Yeah, I'm just kind of disappointed about the shenanigans that you could hide out in the flying machine.
Yeah, the Yiga clan hideout shenanigans were really unfortunate. They can be extremely troll sometimes, and I'm quite convinced that ever since they've been patching the game and adding DLC, the Yiga clan hideout members have been more and more aware of you.
And yeah, I had a bit of a muscle memory brain fart at the fall damage cancel, which I haven't had in a while.
I still fail at that. It happens.
That's the first time in a long time that I failed that particular fall damage cancel. Like, I could even like go weeks without running out of time and I'd still be able to get it. So to fail it at that time was just a little awkward.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, everywhere else you were pretty flawless. You had a really, really good segment in Bonoboris, which is a lot more than we can say for lepelog. He had a few hiccups there, which pulled you very, very close to being ahead again.
Yeah, unfortunately that was short-lived because of the box machine.
Right. And honestly, both of you had major hiccups with the box machine. So the fact that you were able to stay ahead for that long was, like I said, was impressive. You both made a lot of mistakes throughout the run, and it just so happened that lepelog came out in front.
Yeah, I also tried a newer strat in Guan City that I unfortunately failed. I
saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, ZDI found that particular route where you get a flying machine to get to an abandoned mine, and then you carry that flying machine over to Bluto and then use it to get to Dakaka and then Zora's Domain. And I feel like if I didn't do that, I might have made the comeback, maybe, because I actually failed it. And it was at a place where I didn't actually fail it in practice. Like, that's one liftoff that doesn't normally go wrong for me.
Well, and you ended up doing the strat where you recycled the flying machine in Zora's Domain to head up to the enter Varuda section, which again saved you a little bit of time. I'm not sure how much that, but from just what I saw, I would venture to say between 30 and 40 seconds.
ZDI said it was about 15 seconds.
15? Just 15? Wow.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised too.
Yeah, well, because it takes a whole setup for you to run all the way to the tree, then actually doing the tree launch. I would imagine it'd be a little bit more.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. It saves like 40 seconds in Guan City though, so it's worth doing if you can actually, I would say it's worth doing if you still activate the shrine.
Right.
Because the fact that I didn't activate the shrine was my undoing there. Because under optimal circumstances, you wouldn't need to activate it, but if you don't activate it, then you're kind of at a position where there isn't really any backup strat.
Right. If you end up failing it, then you end up having to take a walk of shame all the way back, which kind of negates the positive parts of it.
Yeah, like the only possible backup I can think of that doesn't involve the shrine is the pot launch, which I didn't really know how to do.
Yeah. I want to take a moment. I want to move over to lepelog, and I want to say, well, first off, GG lepelog. Very, very well done.
Yeah, at some parts at least.
I do want to tell you, though, that it was very sketch for both of you. I do want to tell you, though, that I have never seen someone make a mistake that messed up the cycle of Vanaboris and then come back so smoothly like you did. I have never seen it go that smoothly before.
That was so bad because I failed the first part, and I should have just fallen down and then go back up with the trunk, with the head again.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, I thought it would be a good idea to just start completely over, but I misinterpreted the picture. I thought it was at the very start of Vanaboris, but instead it saved at the terminal. And so my gate was already gone, so I was just completely freaking out. How do I have to do this shit now? And,
and I even commented as you were going, I was like, no, wait, it's already saved that terminal. You've already done it, lepelog. And then you realized it and you were like, oh, wait, and then you changed. But like I said, super fluid. You were able to find a way to get yourself right back into the motion. You got right back on the neck. You even activated that early shrine or that early terminal. And so you were able to just very, very solidly just finish the whole thing. It honestly did not save you as much time as you think, I guarantee.
Yeah, I think I lost a lot of minutes there.
Well, and both of you had a few hiccups at the flying machine.
Yes.
Did you... I know that PuppetMaster... Well, first off, congratulations on your PB. What was it, 2 days ago, 3 days ago?
It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago? Congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah, it was a 214.58. It actually could have been like a low 213 or high 212, but unfortunately I died at Calamity Ganon.
Well, that's impressive. That's 8th place for you right there. And for a death at Calamity Ganon, that's impressive.
Yeah. Like,
nice job.
It was kind of a bittersweet PB, I'll admit, but like I'm still happy that it proved that it had potential.
Right. Well, from that, we can tell that you've been practicing this category and have been very active in it quite a bit. I wanted to ask lepelog, how much of this category did you practice, not just right before this match, but in the weeks before this match, would you say?
Well, if I'm honest, I did a D-Rust run yesterday, and that was it, actually. I did some plateau practice, which actually did not pay off. Because my plateau was really bad, but
same.
I was gonna say, if you want to know about unfortunate plateau mishaps, just look to the man to your left.
Oh yeah, that's also true. But I all the tree launches I did were really bad, and actually all the strats I use are still pretty outdated. I think I have to update them.
Those tree launches at the end of the plateau are just the bane of my existence. I have the hardest time with them. Well, you have to realize it's coming from a runner who typically, when they do tree launches, is accustomed to having a bit more stamina. So my mistakes are usually involve me not getting enough power on the tree or running out of stamina after hitting the tree, or things like that. Usually, if I can get on the tree, it doesn't have enough power, and I end up having to do a walk of shame anyways.
Yeah, on my run, my paraglider time was 24:54, which is just under a 25. And if it was a 25, I would have been immensely upset.
Yeah, I think I get consistent 25s, so I would be happy with a 24:54. But yeah, GG to both of you guys. Lepelog is going to be moving on to face Lulucore, and the winner of the losers final will then be heading up against the finalist, which is El Tweak.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's going to be a very, very hype race. I'm very excited to see it. GG to both of you. Congrats on the win, Lepelog. If you guys haven't done so already, be sure to give both of these runners follows. Both very, very good at what they do, as you just saw here. And we will see you guys next time.
Oh, on the bright side, I got the Watchtower launch.
There you go, yeah.